Well, I bit the bullet. I'm up. It's 3 a.m. Got up at 2:15 and I went to bed at like 11. So I'm off like 3 hours and 15 minutes of sleep. Honestly though, like I don't feel that tired for being so criminally underslept. And I think once I get moving and once I start working, I'll feel even less. But I think the key is I'm definitely gonna hit a wall like at like 10 a.m. After I get done working and I'm back for a couple hours, I'm gonna wanna crash again, but I'm not gonna sleep during the day. Even if I go to bed at like 2 p.m., and wake up at like 11 p.m. or something, that's fine, because then the next day I'll be able to stay up, till like 6, no problem. But yeah, I think a really important thing during this is to be making money, because then I have money saved up. Like I have enough money realistically to live through the end of the year. The only other problem is that I have a car that is 12 years old but has almost 220,000 miles on it. And I've had to do like no work. But I have a squeaky belt that's been squeaky for like 3 years and it's getting like a little bit worse. And I'm not putting any more money into it. Like I'm getting my oil changes. If I have to get brakes again or tires again, I will. But other than that, I'm driving it till it's gone. Because it's also got cosmetic damage and whatnot. So I mean, literally, if I tried to sell the car, it's worth probably like $500. It's an awesome car. I love the car. I actually love the car. Like if I started making money, I'd probably fix it up. Just like instead of getting like a nice new car, just for the nostalgia. Because it's like, and then I wouldn't be driving as much, so the car would last longer. Like I love the car, dude. It's been through a lot with me. A lot of driving, delivery type jobs. Yeah, without further ado, I gotta go get to work so I'm not late. The goal for today is definitely edit the video from 2 days ago to be able to upload it, or to render it, upload it, and post it today. And then maybe render the one from yesterday, or edit and render the one from yesterday. But if I can just get the one done from 2 days ago off this type of sleep, maybe read a little bit, but also maybe not. Maybe just work out. Literally work out and edit the video and upload it from 2 days ago. And, make updates on this. Yeah, my expectations today, the absolute, how I was saying the absolute win the other day was literally just to upload. Like if I screwed off the rest of the day, it was fine. Today it was work and get on this sleep schedule. And if that's all I can do, if that's all the willpower I can muster today, like I'm okay with that. I think I'll be able to do more, but as long as I get the video edited and I'm up right now, I go to work, it's all that matters, man. So see y'all when the sun's up, hopefully. If it doesn't come up, we have a real problem. I can't lie, I kind of screwed off today a little bit, but not really. Again, I'm off 3 hours of sleep, so give me a little bit of an excuse. But right as I was about to get to work, I was chilling this morning, worked, made my food, everything was going chilling swimmingly. And then my boy hit me up to play some Rocket League, and we played for like 2 hours. I was not meaning to do that. That's really all the time I get to spend with him, and he is really like my closest friend. So look, I'm locked in. I am locking in into this ish, but at the same time, it's a balance. But it's a balance. It's not just screwing off. So it is now 3:30, and I am planning to edit the bare minimum that's got to get done is I got to edit the video that needs to get posted today, which is going to be way shorter than the first video. And then I got to edit it, and then I have to render it, upload it, post it, which the rendering and the uploading can be done basically in the background while I'm doing other stuff. So I'm gonna edit it right now so I can get it rendering as quick as possible. And then I gotta clean up a little bit, like put the dishes that got washed away, trash recyclables, take them downstairs, take the stairs, get a little bit of a workout in. And then I gotta make a steak for dinner. That'll be the next thing. Probably the first thing, honestly, when I start rendering it. I'll probably make the steak because the render's gonna take the longest. And also, I don't wanna eat a fat steak right before bed. So I'll do that, make sure the video gets up. It's really the only thing that's important. And yeah, other than that, if I do that, I'll call it a win. I'm gonna get a full night's sleep, so tomorrow I genuinely have no excuse. Like, really, it's not an excuse today, but again, just the stars kind of aligned. But that being said, I did work, made a good amount of money this morning, quite honestly. Listen to a good podcast. It's now, like I said, 3:30. I'm looking to get to bed at the latest. I'm trying to get bed get in bed at 6:30 at the absolute latest, which gives me 3 hours, which is probably take about an hour to edit, probably about an hour to render, and then an hour to upload, have it process, and post it. So that'll be perfect. I will update y'all at the end or in the middle as I see fit. I kind of wanted to work out. We'll see how long the render is gonna take, honestly. If the render is gonna take super long, I will probably work out today as well, so that'd be third day in a row. If the render is gonna take like an hour and a half or something, because then I could work out for an hour, take the steak out to have it start cooling down to room temperature, start preheating the cast iron, and then get it starting to upload, make the steak, and then have it render or process while I'm doing my hygiene routine and getting ready for bed. So that's the goal for today. Again, if I do that, along with being off 3 hours of sleep, absolute win. As well as tidying up a little bit, maybe read a little bit or something, if I just have some time here or there. But honestly, I finished my energy drink around 8:30, so I'm figuring around 5:36, I'm probably gonna be ready to absolutely crash. And it'll start to just get darker as the sun gets lower because we have a east-facing balcony. Genuinely, I do have some really good ideas, and like I said, I'm just realizing I need to just write. I need to sit down and write. So tomorrow is gonna be a writing day, especially if I hit back today. And so tomorrow I'm thinking is gonna be a day where hopefully I get some work in the morning, but then I'm gonna come home and I'm just gonna sit down and I'm just gonna write. I'm gonna set just like an hour aside or something. And that'll be my absolute win of that day, of tomorrow, will be if I can sit down and actually just write. It doesn't have to be good, but just the more I'm thinking about it, and of course it's the more I'm resisting. Like if you, again, read Stephen Pressfield's book or just have experience with procrastination and aversion and resistance, alongside the fact, again, look, it's not an excuse, it's a reason. I have like a clinical ADHD and an actual neurochemical imbalance. On the flip side of that, I have to understand that and give myself grace when it comes to that, especially because I don't have the really positive habits and discipline and the mid-cingulate cortex, whatever the frig it's called, the willpower center of the brain. Like that is obviously probably like a little tiny shriveled micro penis in there. So I need to get that up, obviously, through incremental wins. But again, I just have to get myself in front and tell myself, like, it does not matter if it's literal garbage, not even English coming out. I could write in Alien, but if I can just sit in front of the keyboard, that's all that has to happen. I just have to lower the expectation, everything so low to just say, look, bro, were you gonna screw off for most of the day? Yeah, so just take an hour of that and just sit in front of the keyboard and just because all these questions come up like, oh, well, should I use Google Docs or should I start in Notion or should I use like some sort of special word processing app or should I use Microsoft Word or and how should I structure it? Should I just do a free flow or should I have categorical? I think I'm literally just gonna open either Notion or a Google Doc. I think I'm just gonna open Notion and just instead of having it as a date or instead of having it as a specific idea that I'm trying to write under, just have a date. And then what I can do is take pieces of writing and be like, ooh, that would fit, this would be good to build upon and make a video about X, about Y, about Z. And I think that's what'll be valuable. And again, even having some short form planned ideas, maybe just continue to upload these for the long form, but in the short form, maybe put together some actual, good content, but just, 45 seconds of it with captions and a couple of transitions and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna get to work. I got 3 hours, not hopefully, but I will update you when I'm done and I'll have done everything I need to do. Today will be a win. I'll get at least 8 hours of sleep, at least 7.5 hours of sleep, which I should be getting 9, but depends on how fast I edit, really. 70 minutes render and then gonna upload it. So I think I'm gonna do I hit a quick back there or do I just take the stay? I don't know, an hour and 10, what am I gonna do, right? Because my PC's basically locked up because I'm rendering and then I'm gonna have to upload anyways. I could schedule off the upload, but I would rather allow the upload to complete and then be able to turn my PC off for the night and just schedule it, for an hour after, just let the HD renders before post. But again, even that doesn't really matter. Again, no one's watching it in the first hour. But grinded for an hour or maybe a little bit over. I had some issues with DaVinci Resolve and I ended up fixing it and figuring out the solution for next time, which is great. But yeah, learning what I want to do every single time I edit. I'm learning some different protocols, procedures that I want to do.
Really learning that brevity is obviously the key, because if I'm going to continue to do this before I upload the actual scripted stuff that I write and whatnot, I want to get these down to like 10, 15 minutes so that they're actually maybe digestible. I don't mind yapping the first few days, but it gets redundant after a while. And again, just getting more aggregate time per day spending on the path, on the right track, is the main goal. Also, getting better using less filler words, making sure that when I'm making a statement, I make it congruently and then take a longer pause so that I can just edit out the dead time instead of all these little cuts in between half thought out thoughts, which is also why I think I yap so much. If I could just think what I want to say, take some time, and then say it, and then if I mess up, stop, or if I get too yappy or too, if it's not brief enough, make sure that I stop talking, give it some time, restart talking. It'll just speed up the render process, and then I can start adding more things to practice, maybe some like time codes, some transitions, whatnot. Getting better and better every day. Gonna go hit whatever upper body day it is. I'll have to check on my phone and get back to you. Make my dinner, eat it, upload the video, go to bed, wake up, hopefully work. And if not work, I think what my plan is gonna be, because I work from I'm busy between 3 a.m. and 8:30 to 9. Oh, and also the other thing I didn't say is I have a friend at my work who's a security guard at the place, and I talk to him before I go out and do my deliveries, which is really awesome because he and I are we're very different people, but we understand the world in a lot of the same ways, and we also both love the UFC and MMA. He was a former fighter and now security, so he's a lot of fun to talk to. So I think I talked to him for probably 40, 50 minutes before I left today, but it's just a really good way to start the day of human connection and being on the same wavelength as someone and actually having those deeper conversations about kind of the universe energy, the inner workings, all that type of stuff. And he actually gave me a great idea that eventually interviewing regular people that I meet who are kind of on that wavelength, whether it's friends or someone like him that I meet, to get their perspective on things, I think would be a great idea. I think I would need to become first better at speaking on my own, and then also become good at interviewing and asking the right questions, and directing the conversation in a way where it doesn't become like a yap fest, and also understanding what to edit in, what to leave out. All of these things I'll learn as I continue growing and going. I'm excited to see what the future holds. As of right now, from what I can tell, I'm on the right track. I need to stay on the right track and again become more efficient and effective as time goes on and spend more aggregate time working down the path.